Hi everybody, this is Michal from Tri Ventures, and we are continuing the set of interviews my partner Natalie started in the last month, interviewing some of our leading CEOs in the shadow of the COVID crisis, brainstorming with them about the influence of the crisis on their products, their go-to-market, and in general brainstorming about this very important sector. Today, we have Omri Shor, the founder and CEO of Medisafe. Hi, Omri.
Hi, Michal.
Hi, how are you? They're in Boston.
Yes, home alone at the office, just me.
Wow, that must be a real change. On a regular basis, you have there a few dozens of people, and I'm sure it looks very, very different. So
yes, but we keep a vibrant life online.
I'm sure. So tell us, Omri, first of all, we've been partners for a few years now, and I'm very, very proud of Medisafe, who is leading a very important solution for digital companion for patients and providing medication management. I think today you are the leading platform doing that. So can you tell us at the beginning a little bit about Medisafe and the activities?
Sure. Medisafe was created maybe 7 or 8 years ago after a personal experience where we understood that patients really need to manage their medications in a better way. And indeed, Medisafe grew to be a digital companion for patients focused on medication management. So we create a variety of tools and solutions for them to be able to manage their medications. And we work in partnership with the health ecosystem to create these solutions and bring them to patients. We have today over 6 million registered users, with hundreds of thousands of them active with us on a monthly basis. We have about 350,000 reviews from patients, rating us about 4.7 stars out of 5 stars, so pretty high up. And as a result of that, we also have access to these patients, so we collect a lot of data. And we can talk today a bit about the influence on patients, but also talk on the other side about the influence in healthcare and how can we help bridge this gap a bit.
So I'd love to hear that. And for sure, I was very serious when I said a leading medication management platform, because I think both in rating and both in the stickiness of your users. I don't know a lot of apps that people use between 4 and 5 times a day. And I know that your users are very, very loyal and very active on the app, and congratulations for that. Would love to hear a little bit about, the last 6 weeks have been different all over the world. You have an app that is registered all over the world, I believe in over 25 different languages. So tell us a little bit, what do you see from patients first?
Yeah, so I would say that things change for us on 3 fronts. The first one is, office bound, right? So you need to change the mindset of a company that is used to working together with very collaboratively. The second one is the patients, and the third one is with our partners across the healthcare ecosystem. So let's start with patients. We saw a lot of changes with patients, and as a result of that, we decided to run some surveys to understand better what's going on. First of all, patients, like all of us, we want to be cared for, right? And we want to be informed. So one of the things that they're asking for, and that was one of the questions, what else would create value for you? So one of them is just, we're very excited that you care about us and that pharma companies care about us as well. Right? That's one. The second one is, I want to know more, but I don't want to know more just about general COVID issues. I want to know, what does it mean for me if I have cancer, if I have HIV, if I have cardiovascular diseases, what does it mean for me? Am I at more risk, less risk? What should I change? So the ability to reach patients and give them this personal touch is very important.
And that's what you're conveying to the pharma, as a platform, as a channel that they can convey messages on this channel that patients have, 6 million people have in their hand?
Yes. And I'll build on that and say that we've created a solution that is COVID-19 relevant that I'll speak about later on. But for all these changes, if you disregard from all these changes, you're going to be left behind. And I think that Medisafe, as part of digital health, are becoming more and more relevant than ever before.
Sure, absolutely. We can agree to that. So tell us a little bit about the COVID solution that you put together.
Yeah, so at time that patients need to be more taken care of, that they're concerned about what does it mean for them. Just having the access to these patients and being able to open a conversation is very important. So I would say we call it the swift response package. So we can create that probably in a day, and we have done that with some of our partners and clients on the pharma side. The second level is with specialty medications, and with these ones, their patients are used to have patient support. Now, the healthcare system is completely disrupted. So as a result of that, the nurses that used to be there for the patients, they're no longer meeting patients face to face. So what can you as a pharma company do in these ages? And we believe that what they need to do is probably something that we should have done in the last 2 or 3 years, but now we're brought to a point that we just have to, is to deploy digital solutions as an extension to your communications with patients.
So Maria, I know that you are very much engaged in patient support, patient hubs. I know that now there's been a radical change because nurses that used to come to the homes of patients and treat them and hold their hand in the home are bound to go to patients' homes. And you've taken a much more active role. You as Medisafe has become a much more meaningful solution when those high-touch home care activities have stopped. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So what Medisafe really does with these groups is to connect the high tech and the high touch to one another. So when the patient needs that care, that continued care, digital solutions can do a majority of that. And then we raise the flag for when the nurse needs to come into the conversation. So on the day-to-day, just encouraging the patient, supporting the patient, floating the right content and data, then Medisafe does that on the day-to-day, on a cadence of once a day or twice a day. But then when there is an exception, like the patient has an issue with an injection, or the patient can't get access to the medications, or we don't know, the patient does not have a prescription, then the nurse or the patient support teams can come into play and deal with these specific patients versus the general population. It turns them to be much more focused on supporting the ones that need them at the time they need them most.
That's great. That is very important, I think, solution. And what do you think? Do you think it will continue? Because a lot of the things we see now is that we're forced to get into the digital space on our regular life and definitely on the digital health services. Do you think that when everything will open up, people will get used to working more with an app that provides them more personalized yet pinpointed services?
We believe that a lot of things in healthcare will not go back to the way it was before. Why would I need to go into the hospital and meet the doctor when I can do a telemedicine visit and they can check me online? Why would I need the nurse to deal, just to call me without any context when she or he can get the context and engage with me in a much better way? So we believe that it's here to stay, that many of these digital changes and the digital acceleration that healthcare went through is here to stay. These are digital accelerations that we've seen on many other markets in the past, banking, insurance, and healthcare was lagging a bit, and it just got a big kick in the butt to start moving. So we think that it's here to stay and there's no reason to move back.
Omri, tell us a little bit. Medisafe recently initiated a service of digital pharmacy. Now that people are staying more at home and they can't go to the pharmacy, do you see an uplift of those services? People feel more comfortable doing that?
Absolutely. As they say, necessity is a key. So when patients can't head to the pharmacy, how about the pharmacy coming to them? And so we initiated Medisafe digital pharmacy services. We're not a pharmacy. However, we integrate with pharmacies, and for the patient, it's a very easy process for them to transfer their medications and just get the medications delivered to their doorstep, which is likely to be the easiest thing. It's like a subscription services like Amazon just coming to you. Why would you need to, on a monthly basis, head to the pharmacy when it's just a recurring service? So we've seen an uptick with that. I want to say, I'm just going through the numbers for an analysis that we're doing internally. We saw about 200% growth in a month. And it's just the beginning.
That's great. You know, COVID-19 is definitely a tragedy for a lot of people, us included. You're bounded in your home. We're still in Israel doing the same, although we're starting to open up. But on the other hand, there's a lot of opportunities, and I'm very glad to see that Medisafe is able to not only capitalize and monetize on that, but really deliver better care for patients wherever they are, and continue to bring a lot of value to your partners from pharmacy as well as insurance companies, pharma companies and payers. And I salute you for that. Thank you very much, Omri. This has been delightful. Continue to do the great job that you and the team in Boston and in Israel are doing. And we're here to continue the journey with you and continue to help patients around the world.
Thank you so much, Michal. It's a pleasure and I appreciate the time today. Thank you.
Keep safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.